Hello, J-Lo in Greensboro, North Carolina, or should I say John? Your initials are J-Lo, but see more better here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and today I'm going to cut Transitions XTRAactive gray lenses with Crizal anti-glare for your new Oakley Pitchman R, the carbon, and color 3, which is the polished crystal, and the carbon fiber temples. Now, I am an authorized Oakley dealer. I'm not allowed to put them on my website, so should anyone want a pair, just email me or call me and I can make it happen. I'm allowed to special order anything for you. I just can't put the individual frames and prices on there. This frame sells for $230. It is the Oakley Pitchman R Carbon because of the carbon fiber temples. Now it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there for you. Of course, it comes with the Oakley cleaning cloth bag and the Oakley case, and of course you will receive all the original accoutrements that Oakley sends it in. Of course, this is model number 8149 in the 50i size. So let me take this out. I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses, one of which says Oakley. I'm going to put it into the tracing element of my blocker, but first I want to barcode this into the edger so years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can pull this number up. You will never have to mail the frame back to me. I can mail you the lenses and you'll see how to pop them in just a moment. You are Secret Agent 00791. Or as I like to say, volume 791 of my 325 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in the US. So stay tuned for the other 325 million. So a little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Oakley frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. That is the shape that we'll be cutting. Let me send it on to the next screen. It will be magnified here. I will minify it back down. That green outline is the shape that I'll be cutting. Let me magnify it while I'm working on it. I will come down here and get your lenses prepped. I just added ink to this. Let me turn it on, make sure everything is zeroed out. Your right eye, which needs more correction, is at +4, -175 at 80. So I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 80, put it on +4, take your right lens, put it in the reticle of my Marco 101 lensometer, rotate it until the sphere power of the lens comes in clearly. That is the right lens. Check your astigmatism correction. Everything pulls up there. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. And let me see if I can darken those. Well, they're good there. And this is the right lens. Let me do the same thing now for the unright lens. +1, -150 at 90. Turn the axis wheel to 90. Put the power drum on +1. Put the lens in, rotate until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find the optical center of the lens. Check your astigmatism correction, make sure that's lined up perfectly. And again, put the 3 dots on your lenses. Hang on one second. Yeah, okay. And let me double check one thing. That looks a little low. Let me rotate that around. Do the same thing again. The powers on the lenses are the same whether they are alright, I still had a residual dot. Come on, I'm a perfectionist. 3rd time's the charm. Let's do this one more time. Make sure everything's lined up. You want a perfectionist like me cutting your lenses before they are shipped. This is the life of a bench optician, as it is called. Most opticians do not cut their own lenses. There we go. I can darken those. Come on, center dot. Come on, center dot. And this is the left lens, and if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. You know you're getting a bad joke with every pair of glasses sold. So the reason I put those dots on there is it tells me that it's oriented and they're just right. So your pupillary distance for your right eye is 30.5. I'm going to tap the computer screen. It starts at 32.5. I'm going to tap the minus button until we get to 30.5. I do want to raise the optical center height up to about 24 in this frame. I'm going to put, all right, paperwork, stay right there. Get everything lined up. Oh, this is a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it's cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got that here. Stick that onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet to another magnet there in the arm, so it holds that in place. Find the stylus that rolled off onto the counter. Those 3 dots are lined up in there perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. I do want to mark that I cut this at 24, the optical center height. Do the same thing now for the left lens. The pupillary distance is 32.5. It has mirrored the right side, so I'm going to hit the plus button, bring it back up to, oops, I overshot at 32.5. Line the magnet up. Put the dots where they are supposed to be. And then I'll get everything lined up perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This does all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you will need this guy with the bad jokes to cut them for you. But the actual cutting wheel is over here on the far left. It is a diamond crusted wheel that will grind away the lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has the channel, the valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel on the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Let's go ahead and wake up the computer. You are Secret Agent 00791. That is the shape that we'll be cutting. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen in this frame anyway. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens. I'm only going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Let me go ahead and press that on there firmly. I'm going to line up the magnet to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I also don't know any other jokes, so you're stuck. I'm going to recycle those jokes until you write down a funnier joke on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and then I'll read it on the air. Until then, you guys are held hostage to my same bad jokes. So let's hit the green arrow, which is start in every language. Door closes, the clamp shuts, and then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. First go around. You can see as it's tracing the shape. And then the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none with your prescription in this frame. Plastic frames do the best job of hiding edge thickness versus metal frames or semi-rimless where there's just a string at the bottom. So I encourage anyone who has a strong prescription to get a plastic frame to hide any edge thickness. Now, these are made out of polycarbonate. As I mentioned, polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. It is bulletproof up to 22 caliber. And it's the same high impact lenses that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from debris and flying shrapnel, stuff like that. The same type of material that OSHA puts in safety glasses. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied, which is crucial because J-Lo is a first responder, EMT in Greensboro. He got a pair of Oakleys from me years ago. Actually, he mailed me his Oakleys and I put lenses in them. Now he's able to purchase the Oakleys directly from me using his Flex account dollars, health savings account Flex dollars. Now, it's gone onto the bevel wheel here. But there's times when J-Lo has to be out in the sun on a first responder call, and his first priority is always going to be for the person in need. He's a very unselfish individual. Anyone in that job is. They could be out there for hours. They never know. So if his eyes will be protected from the sun the entire time he is working. So water has sprayed onto the lens. It does that for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. A little wheel is coming out that's going to place the safety bevel. It's a spinning wheel, a very fine-tuned, fine sanding grit, if you will. It's going to apply the safety bevel to the rear concave surface of the lens. Now he also has the anti-glare protection, which reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights. It also reduces reflection, so when someone's looking at you, they don't see their reflection in your glasses, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, they don't see the flash lit up in the lens, or in a selfie, you don't see the reflection of the camera in the selfie. I just want to make sure there's no more optical sawdust on the lens, that the water got it all off. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner first, and then using my thumbs, press down on the lens, and it snaps right in. Should you ever need new lenses, well, I'll show you even better on the next one. Let's flip that over to L. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky Baby, the CC, the Chi-Chi, the C-Rock. Cool C. All right, I'll shut up. Hit the green arrow, which is start in every language. The door closes, the clamp shuts. Just like before, the two white styluses are going to trace the shape of the left side of the frame. Make sure the lens is large enough. You can see as it's going around tracing that shape. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you have, where's my flashlight? Come on, flashlight. Oh, there it is, hiding behind the cleaner. You have no edge thickness whatsoever in here. So let me go ahead and take this block off. I can continue working. Drop that on there. Pull the sticker off. Oh, I almost threw that in the trash. That goes on there. And actually, we'll get that ready. Clean the water off. Your optical center dot has been washed off, so we're going to turn this back to 80. Put the power drum back on +4. Or actually, I can spin it while I'm doing it. But find the optical center, because I have to put another dot back on there. Here we go. But your lens is reading, how many times can I lose that flashlight? The lens is reading +4 in the black, not the myopes who have trouble seeing far away, who can see up close. J-Lo is hyperoptic, meaning that there's a plus sign in front of his lenses. He needs lenses to magnify. He is farsighted, but to see up close when working on someone, he needs 16 steps of correction. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, and it starts at 0 and goes up from there in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and so on. So he's on the 16th rung of a ladder, needs 16 steps of correction in the right eye. Ironically, only needs 4 steps in the left. That is pretty big disparity, but possibly due to an injury when he was younger, I don't know, or just muscles. Everyone has, I'm right-handed, so my right arm is stronger than my left. And same thing with, you have 6 eye muscles, they could be the different. His left eye is much stronger than his right, so he needs more correction in his right eye. Easy to fix. Of all the health conditions you have your whole life, you put on a pair of glasses and you're cured. So we're at +4. Check his astigmatism correction, and we end up at +2 1/4, 1 tick mark over the 2. That's because he has 7 steps of astigmatism correction. Astigmatism, uncorrected astigmatism, is make 6s and 8s look alike with the letters P and F. So once everything is the correct size, magnified, we have to make everything nice and crisp. So that's where the 7 steps, and you have 2 curves on your eye, a +4 curve this way, 16 steps, and then you have another 7 steps this way, and it's how you line up those 2 curves to make everything nice and crisp. That fine-tune knob is at 80. So the left eye, again, you only need 4 steps of correction, and you need 1 less step. You have 6 steps of astigmatism correction, and we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 90. But first, let's put a dot on here, since that got washed off. And did that get on there? Hang on. More ink. More ink, the never-ending battle. More ink, more ink. I'll just put it on that center dot where the optical center goes. So I have a $40,000 edger that does all the work, and I still don't have a lensometer that can consistently put a dot on the lens like that one is. So let's turn the fine tune knob to 90, so we'll be ready to do the left lens. Come down here, take the left lens out, dry everything off. There's the frame. I knew it was around here somewhere. So in the future, should you ever need new lenses, you tuck them in at the outside corner here. Don't go anywhere. And it's July, I got the fan running, and you push down at the nose and the new lens snaps right in. There goes the block. Let me pick that up, pull the sticker away, stick that on there, dry that off, get ready for the next one. And at least the dot is still there. So we're going to come down here to the lensometer, put it in over that dot, check the power, and we are getting +1. Check your astigmatism correction of -150, and we should end up at -50, because if you had $1 but you owed someone $1.50, you would be 50 cents in the red. And that's where we're at. -50 in the red, halfway between 0 and 1. The plus numbers are in the black. It's like roulette. The minus numbers are in red. So your pupillary distance for your right eye is 30.5, for your left 32.5, for a total of 63. I will turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens, and then we hold it up to the left lens. We're getting 63 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Check the optical center height to the middle, the bottom of the frame, to where it crosses there. 24, we're good to go there. So this is the portion in every video that as I clean the lenses, I mentioned that you do get free shipping anywhere in the US. And Greensboro, North Carolina is in the US. So, but when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there is an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other, and that is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. So just stop by your local optical shop and just tell them if it's too loose or too tight. Although these Oakleys are great for fitting right out of the box. They have the pilot type temple where they slide straight on. They have the curvature built in, but I'm still going to go ahead and make sure they're in standard alignment, which is a 3-point stance. So 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. You set them down. There is no wobble. And when I say wobble, actually, again, I'm part of that 80%. I have one ear that's higher than the other, but these Oakleys are magically almost self-correcting, because when I put mine down, there is no wobble. Every other pair of glasses I own, they wobble on the counter because I have to adjust them to sit on my ears correctly. For those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the, I can't even see. I think it's the 8139. No, hang on. 81, I can do this, I just can't see. 8132, and the 54 eye size and color universal blue, which is the blue orange, which matches my blue orange that I am rocking today. Although I have a confession to make. I like this frame so much that when I ordered one for J-Lo, I got a second one for me. So you'll see me cutting lenses for this carbon fiber. I have a few wisdom highlights on my temples over my ears, and this carbon fiber is going to look great resting against my wisdom highlights, my platinum highlights. How's that? No, I like wisdom highlights better. But let's flip this over, make sure there is no wobble. There isn't. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Now you have the Transitions XTRAactive, which I will demonstrate. Let me do this. I've been getting some emails for comparison. I'm going to gently place his lenses down there. That is the Transitions XTRAactive. You can see an ever so slight hue to it. These are the Transitions Signature 7, so that is the difference between them. The Signature 7 have about 3 to 5% hue indoors. The XTRAactive have about 5 to 7%. But they do get much darker outside than the ones I have. I think I'm going to try that in my next pair. But I'm going to go ahead, and this is what your lenses look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and activate them in my Transitions box here. And as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now J-Lo, this is important. Pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks that they're exposed to the sun, until they reach their maximum performance. After 2 weeks, they'll be at their final hue. Now, having said that, Transition 7 lenses will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. You are getting the Transitions Extra Active that will get darker in hotter weather. The other time Transition Signature 7 lenses don't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car, because your windshield absorbs all the sun's harmful ultraviolet light that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day. Transitions Extra Active that you got will get 30 to 50% dark inside of a car. Now, all of them will work in a convertible or a motorcycle. But I remind everyone that when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable and they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. So this is the first time they've been activated. Don't worry, they're going to keep getting darker. Come on, John, we talked about that. Don't you remember? So awesome frame, the dark Transitions Extra Active gray lenses in here. And of course, as I keep running my mouth, they'll continue to lighten. But if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Before I get there, I include a selfie request to have your picture on the website, but also include cleaning instructions with every package to show you not only how to care for your frame and your lenses so they will last you for years, but instructions on how to care for the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I will provide, and I field test everyone to make sure that it works. So you can't tell me that you can't get your lenses clean, because I've done it. Instructions on how to care for your Oakley cleaning cloth, which doubles as a carrying bag, as well as your Crizal cleaning cloth that you're going to be getting with your Crizal anti-glare, and how to care for your case so it too will last you for years. No other seller on the internet does that, and this is a good opportunity. Of course, I expose them to extremely strong bursts of ultraviolet light to get them started first time around. But as I mentioned before, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Should you ever want some Oakleys, just email me. Email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Some people are saying I have a contact me button on the website. For some reason, people are having a hard time getting through, so just email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram with the same username. On Twitter, it is FreeRxLenses, because the username was too long for Twitter, so I had to shorten it, which I should have done for this video, but no, you got to watch the whole thing. See how it keeps lightening? See how it keeps lightening? So again, this frame sells for $230. I am an authorized Oakley dealer now, so if there's any frame you want, call me at 919-491-2411. If I'm with a patient or if I'm in the lab doing a video, I can't answer the phone, leave a message, I'll call you back. Or like I said, email me. If anyone is watching and wants to do that, take a picture of your prescription and email it to me. And if you happen to know your pupillary distance, send that in the email with the frame that you want, and I can tell you, because Oakleys have some high wraps, I can tell you which ones will work best with your prescription or not, based on your prescription and your pupillary distance. So you can see as they continue to lighten, as I keep running my mouth. So this is a really hot frame right now. They make this with a traditional metal temple, but these are the carbon fibers. This is the high end, extremely strong but extremely lightweight, making this comfortable. So John J-Lo in Greensboro, North Carolina. Hope you enjoyed watching as I cut prescription Transitions Extra Active gray lenses for your Oakley 8149 Pitchman R carbon frame. Color, what color is this? Color 3, the polished crystal. This comes in 4 different colors. And again, if it sells for $230, I can do, depending on whether you want for Transition 7 or Transitions Extra Active, it'll be a different price. The Crizal anti-glare is the same on either lens. I also have the blue blocking Crizal Prevencia. I have the Crizal Sapphire, every Crizal coating that you could possibly want. You can see the different magnification levels of the right lens versus the left lens. Pretty cool, huh? So that's it. I'm See More Better. Now you can see that's Mo Better, and everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.